What if I was to tell you that what other people think about you is actually none of your business and it has a lot more to do with them than it does to do with you? It sounds kind of strange, right? You're like, but of course it's about me. This has been one that has been a challenge for me to wrap my head around. I've been playing with this idea for a bunch of years. I really, really like it and I understand it. We're going to see how I do at explaining it. I don't actually remember where I first heard this idea. A lot of people talk about it now, but I did seek out the original, like, where did this idea come from? Who first put this out here? And what I found was that there was a spiritual teacher named Terry Cole-Whittaker. And in 1988, she wrote a book called What You Think of Me Is None of My Business. And that idea has now been shared by a number of people. So I have not read that book and I am not familiar with that teacher, but that's where I found the origin of the idea. And it kind of sounds like a good book to read. So maybe I'll be interested in it in the future. This really fits in line with a lot of Florence Scovel Shinn's teachings as well, because she taught you to not listen to the words of the outside world, to listen to God's opinion of you and to listen to your own intuition, which is also like the voice of God, and not be swayed by the appearances or the opinions of other people. The thing is that the judgment of other people is more about their beliefs. It's not about your worth, and it's not always about what you were doing. It's often about what's going on with them. This has been really noticeable to me as a parent. On certain days, my kids can come and ask me for something, and I'm like, yeah, that sounds great. Let's go do that. Let's take care of this and this, and we'll go do that. No problem. And it's perfect, right? And on other days, they can come ask me the exact same question for the exact same thing. But based on what's going on with me for the day, I might respond completely differently. Will you stop asking me for things? No, we cannot do that right now. Nope, that's not going to happen right now. No, I can't even believe you're asking me this. None of it actually has to do with them. It has to do more with me. It has to do with the way that I'm feeling in this moment. It maybe has to do with how busy I am, right? It has to do with my situation and not necessarily with anything about them. Think back to your own parents, your own childhood, and how they reacted when you asked for something. When we get reactions like that from the outside world, we start to really take that in as being about us. Oh, I shouldn't have asked for that. Oh, I'm not worthy of having that. But it isn't always about us. It's often about the other person. Like, we are responsible for this, for how we react and who we are, but we cannot take responsibility for somebody else because we can't be responsible for all the things. It's just not possible. This is a tough one because a lot of times you'll be like, oh, but they reacted to me like this because I'm blah. And that just shows your beliefs. Or they might be like, no, I reacted to you like that because you did this. And that blame game isn't helpful for anybody. It's not good for anybody. And it's putting responsibility on somebody else for your feelings. And you cannot be responsible for somebody else's feelings. And I think the reason people have a challenge with this kind of idea is because then we think, well, what about the bullies, right? And what about the way that they're acting? And that wasn't, like they made me feel bad. A bully bullies not because you have a big sign on you that is like, I am a bully magnet, bully me, but because of something that's going on with them. But we can also look back at what we talked about the other day about being a mirror, and what we put out is what we get back, right? So these things both work. They sound opposite, but they kind of both work together. Like what you put out is being reflected back to you in certain ways. And you can use that information to see what's going on with you, but also if somebody has ill feelings toward you, you don't have to take that personally. And you don't have to make it mean anything about you. It has to do more with what's going on with them in the moment. So even though they feel like ideas that go against each other, they actually work together in a kind of a synergistic way. And knowing both of these things, we can use this information really well. So if somebody is reacting to you in a certain way, you can, one, not take it personally. That has more to do with them than it does to do with me. But two, we can also look at it and go, is there anywhere I have been acting like that lately that maybe I have unconsciously or inadvertently put off some sort of energy that brought this about? It can give us really good information. I love the way that these ideas act with each other, but I have found this one to be one that I've had to continually work to wrap my mind around. I'd love to hear your thoughts on this idea. Does it make sense to you? Does it seem like something that you could use in your life? Or do you completely reject it? I don't know. Tell me in the comments what you think about this and how it feels to you. I'm curious. I would love to hear what you think. My name is Lesley Christine. I'm an emotional healing and metapsychology coach, and I work with women in midlife to help them let go of the emotional baggage and the trauma from the past so that they can start enjoying their life as it is right now. Thank you so much for being here. This is day 20 of my 30 days of YouTube challenge. I am 2/3 of the way done, and so proud of myself for showing up for me, right? Show up for yourself. Have a wonderful day, and I will see you again tomorrow.